Rapidly the patients are increasing. For the insulin, they need insulin. Diabetes, what they will do? What the scientists will do, how they will make, or how many cows you will cut, how many pig you will cut, how many. It's uncontrollable, okay? So what the scientists did, they study something, okay? What is that something? I will tell you. See here. First, we will be talking about the page number 201, all of you. Just keep the NCERT book with you. I will tell you the step-wise which how we have to learn the biotechnology, okay? First, we will be learning the heading 11.3. That is the processes of recombinant DNA technology. Okay. Before that, let's understand what is the biotechnology. See, the name says the bio and the technology. When the technology and the biology come together for the human welfare is known as biotechnology. Always remember, when biology and techniques come together for the our or for us, for our welfare, who is getting benefited from these technology? We are getting benefited. So for the human welfare, that is known as the biotechnology. So whatever technology you are using on the organism or the living organisms, that is the bio, and technology means the technology. So the living organisms are used and techniques are used on them for forming of the some of the specific things or the many things, for the formation of the many things, that is known as the biotechnology. Always remember, in the biotechnology we will be performing the experiments on the living things like the bacteria, prokaryotes, eukaryotes, humans, animals, plants. These are our things on which we are doing our experiments. So now we will start. Listen very carefully, okay? It's a very interesting chapter. I know you will all enjoy this chapter, but for that you have to be very careful about the things which I am telling in the class. See, principle and the process. We talked about the biotechnology, okay? It's about the living thing and the technology together forming the biotechnology. Fine, we agree. But then what is the recombinant DNA technology, or what are the principles, what are the actual step of the biotechnology? Why this biotechnology came into the picture? I'll tell you. See, this is the human cell. I'm just giving you the very small example, okay? It's an example. No one will write anything. I will give you time to make down all the things. Human cell, okay? We know cell have the nucleus and they have the DNA, okay? They have the DNA. Now, human need insulin. Human need insulin injections, okay? Increasing in the demand of the insulin injection. How to make the insulin? We cannot cut the cows and pigs all the time to take the insulin. Okay, fine. We are cutting the cows, we are cutting the pigs, and we are making the insulin. We are taking the insulin and injecting into the person. But they also have the drawbacks, because animal insulin is not similar exact copy of the human insulin. So some people will suffer with the allergies or any other problem. So scientists have to find out some of the other way to sort out this problem. So what they did, they know human cell has the DNA. Okay, first tell me, every cell in our body have the DNA, right? Is there any cell which don't have the DNA? No, there is no cell in our body which don't have the DNA, and they will having the exact all complete DNA each of the cell. Don't think if insulin is not present or insulin is not secreted in our cheek cell that the insulin gene is not present in our cheek cell. No, only the difference is there is no use of secreting the insulin in the cheek. Only the pancreas cell have the ability to secrete the insulin in the body. But all these cells in our body have the same DNA, and every DNA having the genes, same genes throughout the body. So there is one gene present in our DNA which is responsible for the secretion of the insulin. Okay. So now we have taken out our DNA. This is our DNA. Okay. This is our DNA in short. So now I know my DNA contains the insulin. Yes, everyone's DNA contains the insulin. So there is no new thing. So suppose this is the insulin region. Insulin gene. Genes are the region on the DNA. This is the insulin producing gene, or you can say this is the my gene of interest. Okay, my gene of interest, because I have to work on this gene. So this is the my, or you can just write it down. It's a gene of interest. Okay, now we will just hold the topic here. Now in journal, I will give you a very brief idea, then we will move forward with this process. See, biotechnology is about taking the DNA or the size or the small fragment of DNA and inserting into the other organism. Okay, we have taken this small piece of DNA from any of the organism. Just forget that this is the human cell. Just think it's a plant cell, animal cell, human cell, any cell. Okay, just think that it's any cell. So we have taken the small fragment of DNA and then we have inserted that DNA into the other organism. This is the organism 1. This is the organism 1 and this is the organism 2. Taking the small part of DNA and inserting in its DNA like this. If this is its DNA, then we have inserted the small part of DNA like this. So it's a inserted DNA. Now this process can be done in the 2 ways. First is the direct process. Direct process means you just take out the DNA and insert it to the other organism's DNA. But it's a DNA, okay? It's not a piece of cake that you can easily take out and insert in other organism's DNA. It's a lengthy process, it's a time-taking process. And how you will make the DNA to enter in the cell or this particular organism's cell? Cell wall is the containing lipid. Remember the fluid mosaic model from the class 11? The cell membrane of the cell is the hydrophobic in nature because they have the lipid bilayer. Okay, and DNA is the hydrophilic. The lipid, sorry, yes, DNA is the hydrophilic. Hydrophobic lipid bilayer will not allow DNA to enter into its cell because they will just repel it. Hydrophobic cell membrane, hydrophilic DNA, and it's a very big thing. DNA is not a small, DNA is a very big. So very big proteins of the DNA, it will be very difficult for them to transport inside the cell membrane. Okay, so direct process, it's a very lengthy or very time consuming process, because always remember the cell membrane is hydrophobic. hydrophobic. Always remember the fluid mosaic model. Yes, it's a phosphobilipid layer. Okay, phospholipid layer, bilayer of the phospholipid like this. Phosphate. This is the structure of lipid bilayer. This is the phosphate and this is the lipid. Phospholipid bilayer. So, and the DNA is the hydrophilic in nature. So, it is very difficult for DNA to enter any cell. Okay, so now the scientists thought, okay, it's a very difficult process. So now everything is a solution, right? So they just saw something. For example, if you need to go somewhere, okay, if you will go by walk, for example, if you have to go to the Avenue Mall, okay, it's so far, okay, I don't know where you are living, but from my place, the Avenue is very far, okay. If I will walk to the Avenues, it will be like 2 or 3 days I will take, or at least 1 or 2 days I'll take to reach the Avenues by walking. So imagine the direct process is the walking to the Avenues, okay, without any help. But it's a time-consuming process, very lengthy process. A person can die if he will walk in such a hot climate. The next process, what the scientists thought, okay, we will just take a car. We will just take a car and we will just put the DNA in that car, and then we will allow to make the entry in the other organism. Okay, I'll sit in my car and I'll drive to the Avenues and I will reach in around 15-20 minutes, hardly 30 minutes. Okay, so this is the other step. And what is this car? This is the vector. We call this as a vector. We have given the name vector, that is the indirect transfer. Indirect transfer. Indirect transfer. Direct transfer was a very lengthy and a difficult process. Indirect, very easy. Just put the DNA in something and that will easily enter the cell. Okay, that will easily enter the cell because maybe that vector is hydrophobic in nature. Maybe that vector is hydrophobic in nature, or maybe that vector is having any such quality which the bacterial cell or the any organism cell will allow them the entry. Maybe the VIP powers they have. Maybe, okay, which we will see in the when we will study the vectors. Okay, till now, just a quick review or recap. Suppose we want to transfer one gene into the other organism. 2 ways we can transfer. The direct transfer, indirect transfer. Direct transfer is not suitable, very lengthy and very problematic. Indirect transfer, it's a use of the car or the vector. You will just keep the DNA. You will just keep the DNA and that vector will enter into the other organism cell and deliver the DNA. Okay, now this part is clear till now. Just don't go through this part. Okay, this I will explain. Is this part is clear? The direct and indirect transfer.
Yes, ma'am.
Kishore, Jerem. Is this part is clear? Please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now the vector. Okay. Anything which carry the gene, yes. See, I will give you a short, very short definition of the vector because we have to study about the cloning vectors you have in your biotechnology. See, the vector are the things which carry the gene from one organism to the other organism. Vector is a thing, or it can be anything which is the transferring the gene from organism 1 to the organism 2. I am traveling to the avenues from my place to the avenues with help of my car. He is responsible for carrying the DNA or the gene of my interest from this particular organism to this particular organism. Okay. So now we have learned about the gene transfer. Gene transfer. Okay. Okay, fine. We have learned about the gene transfer. Okay. Gene are the region on the DNA, okay, and there are many genes which are present in our DNA. In fact, all the organisms on this universe have the specific genes on their DNA. For example, the firefly. Have you seen the firefly? They glow in night. The jugnu. Have you seen the firefly in movies,
Yes, ma'am.
serials? They glow at night. Okay, they glow. They have the one property, their tail will glow at night. Okay, in Hindi or in India we say the jugnu. They glow at night. So suppose if we can transfer that glow genes, which is the gene which is responsible for giving the glow, to the plants. Just imagine, okay, just use your imagination. Because here we are talking about the gene transfer. So I have not given you any word that these are specifically for some genes. No. Gene transfer is a huge area. You can transfer any gene into anyone. Okay. Any gene into anyone, any organism. So just suppose the firefly genes, which is responsible for glowing at night, you cut that gene from their DNA and you transfer those genes in the plant and put that plant along the roadside. So you don't have to use the street lights, saving the energy, because the plants will glow at night. But the plants will glow whole day, but that light is not visible under the sunlight. You will only see the glow at the night time. Imagine the situation, the glowing plants, and you know what? This has already been done in the tobacco plants. The firefly genes has been transferred into the tobacco plants and they actually glow. They actually glow. Wait, I'll show you the image. I have saved in my phone. I'll show you the image. Just a moment. Let me check the glow plant for you. Yes, see here. I'll send in my laptop. Just a moment, students. Sorry for this. Yes. See here. See, this is the actual glowing plant. The firefly genes has been transferred to the tobacco plant. The modifying an organism's genotype by introducing gene from other organism. The genetic engineering, the biotechnology. Yeah, it's a glowing transgenic tobacco plants bearing the luciferase gene of a firefly was first done in the 1986. See, even the roots are growing. See, such a beautiful plant they have made. And with the just a small technology known as the genetic engineering or the recombination process, the gene transfer, everything is one and the same thing. The genetic modification, the gene transfer, the recombination, everything is the one and the same thing. Only the names are different. Okay. So now you know that why we study the gene transfer. Okay. We are not just studying useless things. It's a very important thing. Maybe in your future, when you become the doctors, maybe you know the MBBS doctors also undergo the PhD, the research. Many doctors I know which are doing the research after their MBBS, after their MD or MS. First the bachelor, it is the MBBS, then the masters, and then the research, the PhD. You can even create some of these miracle things. Think biotechnology, the genetic engineering, the basic has started in the 12th class. Now you have your whole life to do some discoveries. So in the 1986, yes, it's 1986. Yeah, it's a 1986. The first genetic engineering was done. The firefly genes transferring to the tobacco plant. See how cool it is. Okay, now we know the reason of gene transfer. Now at least you are satisfied. Okay, we are doing the very good things for the welfare of the human, and that's why we are studying the process of gene transfer. Now we will be seeing the insulin part. Okay. You don't have to make all this because it was a rough. I will let you make all this part. Okay, the insulin part. Okay. Yes, so I was telling you that the pig and the cow's pancreas having the insulin which is being given to the person who is suffering from the diabetes. So they causes the allergic reaction, yes, because that's the foreign thing which we are getting. Okay, and that's not up to the point which insulin the body secretes. And next, the increase in diabetic patient. Okay, the increase in diabetic patient, if the patient are increasing such a huge number, how many cows, how many pigs, how many animals you will cut for this purpose? So there are two very drastic point in field of the diabetes, but the person needs insulin if he or she is suffering from the diabetes. No other solution. So what the scientists do, see, look it very carefully. This is the human cell. All the cells in the human have the same gene, same DNA, everything. Each and every cell is, even the cell in your hairs, the DNA is having, okay, DNA is present in that hair cell also, with all the genes and all the chromosome numbers. So no one will get confused. Human cell, and this is the DNA. Now my DNA have the insulin gene. Okay, I will make it with the red one. This is my gene of interest. Okay, gene of interest means the gene which I am interested, okay, and which I am working, okay, my working or my the research, everything which is of my interest, on which I am working. So it's a gene of interest because I am working on the insulin. Now what will happen? They will just extract the insulin part. Okay. Now the second thing will happen, extraction. Extraction. Extraction of insulin gene. Because we have to extract that gene from our DNA. Now, as I told you, transferring one thing from the one organism to the other organism. Now, this extracted gene or insulin gene, we will transfer into the bacteria. Can you tell me the bacteria? It's a very common name. It's E. coli bacteria. Very common bacteria inserted. It is inserted into bacteria, or you can say gene transfer took place. Gene transfer took place. Okay. See, human cell, we have extracted the DNA and we know this is our gene of interest, and now we have extracted the gene of interest, the insulin gene, and then we have transferred that gene into the bacteria cell, that is the E. coli. Now the bacteria have the gene which will get attached to its own DNA. This is the bacteria. Okay, now they will be attaching like this. My gene of interest and the bacterial gene. It's a my gene. You can say the insulin. Insulin gene, okay. and this is the bacterial gene. Now you know the bacteria divides at a very high rate. Quickly, bacteria will divide as they produce the insulin in their cell. Now they produce insulin. Bacteria produce insulin. Now the process is very simple. Now just take the bacteria, crush them, extract the insulin and clean that insulin, purify the insulin and insert into the human beings. Simple. Insulin extracted, purified and then inserted into the humans. Any confusion in this process? Let me know. Just go through this process stepwise and then let me know. Then we can discuss it again. The first process, the second process, the third is extraction of insulin, fourth is bacteria E. coli, fifth and then sixth, seventh. Please make this flowchart also and just go through it quickly. Please, if you have any doubt, Vimla, Ummehani, any confusion, please, I request you ask it, okay? Because it's a little bit tricky part. If you will not ask, then maybe you get confused. Let me know if you have any doubt. Jerome, Kishore, please make this flowchart. It's a brief process of gene transfer. Brief. We have to study the details. Vimla, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Ummehani, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Jerome, any doubt? Jerome,
No, ma'am.
are you getting these points? Kishore, any doubt? Are you in the class, Kishore?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting the points?
Yes.
Okay. Just note down these points because now the next thing which we will discuss each and every point in detail. Because DNA is not that simple, okay? Yes, I know the steps are looking very simple. But actual process, it's the DNA. It's about the DNA. We are working on the DNA. It's not that simple. It's looking very simple because it's a brief. When you finish, let me know. When we finish, students, let me know.
Ma'am, yes, I finished.
Okay,
Yes,
Vimla,
ma'am.
Jerome, Kishore finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, very good. This is the very basic thing which I have told you because if this base is clear, then you will definitely gonna understand each and everything about the biotechnology. Biotechnology is revolving around this process. One organism to the other, one to the other, one to the other. All the time they are doing this stuff only. Taking gene from one organism and inserting into the other organism. Taking gene from another organism, inserting from the another organism. Only this is the full play in the biotechnology. 1, 2, 1, 2. Only transferring the genes and getting the products. So now you know how the insulin which you get in the market is being produced. E. coli, with the help of the E. coli, your gene, the human gene of insulin has been inserted into the E. coli and the E. coli will divide because it's a prokaryote. It will definitely divide at a faster rate and it will producing the more and more and more insulin. See, one step and whole diabetic process or the whole diabetes issue has been solved. Simple, no issues. Now unlimited supply of the insulin in the market, unlimited. Now we will be talking about the process of recombination DNA technology. Listen this word very carefully. Recombination DNA technology, RDT. In short, we call it RDT. And you know, in my graduation, I have whole subject, or one full subject of RDT, recombinant DNA technology, one full subject. Like you have the biology, I was studying the RDT, but it's a very interesting. I love the human things. Recombination DNA technology. In short, we will say it's a RDT. Now, first we will understand the meaning, because understanding the meaning is very important. Recombination means we are doing something in the DNA using the technology to recombine the things, okay? We are doing something in DNA by using the technologies to recombine the things, like we did in the case of E. coli. We recombined their genes, right? We are taking genes from a human, the insulin gene, and we passed or put into the bacteria E. coli. We recombined its DNA, yes, because their DNA is carrying the part of our DNA or the gene, which is the insulin gene present in their DNA. So we recombined their DNA using the technology. So it's nothing. Recombining the DNA using the technology. Recombination, recombinant DNA technology. It's simple meaning. Now I will write down, it's a recombinant. Recombinant DNA technology. See, the recombinant DNA technology have the few steps, because everything has a steps. Yes, everything has a process. So first step is the isolation of DNA. First is the isolation of DNA. This is the first step. The second is the fragmentation of DNA. Of course, if we will isolate the DNA, it's a huge DNA. We cannot insert the whole DNA into something. Okay, we have to find the gene of interest where we have the interest. So we have to fragment the DNA, means we have to cut the DNA into the pieces. Okay, that means the fragmentation. You can write it down. Cut DNA. We have to cut DNA into the small pieces. Okay, because we need our gene of interest. Okay, whole DNA sequence is not our gene of interest, but to extract the gene of interest, we have to isolate the whole DNA. Yes, because our gene of interest is present in DNA, and DNA is present in the nucleus. Nucleus is present in the cell, and DNA is not that simple. Okay, you cannot just select your own. Like DNA is not this type of thing. Okay, yes, this is my gene of interest. Just cut and take it out. No, it's not like that. Okay, we cannot just isolate the gene of interest like this. So we have to follow many steps to isolate that. So next is the isolation of desired fragment. See, now the actual point. At the step number 3, you are now actually isolating your gene of interest. First, you isolated the DNA from the cell, from the nucleus. Then you fragmented the DNA. You have cut that DNA into the pieces. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. Next, now from that fragments, that chop, chop, chop DNA, now from that you will isolate your gene of interest. Okay. How? With the help of the gel electrophoresis. Now you will study the gel electrophoresis. Okay, Umehani, in your school this chapter is over? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you know all the answers? All the thing, everything is clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, Vimla, Kishore, Jerem, in your school?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
Vimla,
ma'am.
which chapter is going on in your school?
Ma'am, right now sir is taking organism and population.
Organism and population, but your sir said that they will be going genetics after the holidays?
Yeah, but then he was like, he'll take it after this because immediately after vacation, everyone will be in the holiday mood. So he said he'll go for a smaller chapter and then he'll start genetics.
Okay, just keep on revising the chapters which we have completed in the coaching. Okay, just keep on revising with the school. Okay, Omehani, Jaran, Kishore, same with you. Just keep on revising with the school. Okay, because because not the DNA, the boards and the NEET. Okay, only 3 months gap you will get. So just keep on revising. And I have to start the 11th class simultaneously. I'm talking to the higher faculties because we have to maintain the things 11th and 12th. Even the 11th is more important as I'm telling you this again and again. Okay, back to the point. Back to the DNA. Our DNA is sitting here. Okay, whole fragmentation and everything. See, now here I have written the fragmentation of DNA. That is the cutting of DNA into the pieces. Can you tell me, Umehane, with the help of, okay, who will help us to cut this DNA into the fragments? Any idea? Any guess?
Restriction and
Very good. Remember in the last class, in the last, I think it's a molecular inheritance of biology. We have studied the word restriction endonuclease, the molecular scissors. Remember the molecular scissor? Umehani, Vimla?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Restriction endonucleases. These are the very important enzyme. Okay, very important. And for this you have to study the scientist detail also, which is present in the first part, which I have told you. Restriction endonuclease, it's a molecular scissor. Okay, quickly note it down. Quickly note it down these points, and I have to rub and then I have to tell you the first thing, the isolation of DNA. Quickly. Done, students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have no energy left, but still we will understand. Don't worry. So first is the isolation. Okay, before the isolation, I have many questions. How we will isolate the DNA if we have the cell wall, we have the cell membrane, we have the proteins, we have the lipids, we have the nucleic acids, RNA. How we will extract the DNA? It's a big problem. See, I will make the few cells, okay? This is the animal cell, nucleus, and in nucleus we have the DNA. I will write down here, it's an animal cell. Okay, it's an animal cell. Now, plant cell. Plant cell even have the cell wall. My God, they have the cell wall, cell membrane, and then we have the nucleus. Nucleus having the DNA. See, so much of lengthy work. Plant cell. And next we will make the fungus cell. Fungal cell. Again they have the cell wall, cell membrane, and then the nucleus, and then the DNA. Fungal cell. And last we will make the prokaryote, the bacteria cell. Cell wall. But here there is no nuclear membrane, the cell is lying is like this. A bacterial cell. Okay, now just tell me how the steps will take place. I mean, how we will break the cell wall, how we will break the cell membrane, how? Any idea, anyone?
Using enzymes.
Very good. We use the enzyme, simple. For everything we have the solution, okay, everything. Scientists are very free to do everything, so they have given a solution for everything. They know if the cell wall plant is made up of cellulose, the cellulase is the enzyme to break the cell wall. Fungus cell, chitin, the cell wall is made up of the chitin, so chitinase is the enzyme to break the fungus cell wall. Bacterial cell wall, peptidoglycan, so lysozyme is the enzyme which will break the cell wall. So we can write it here. Yes, everyone. Cellulose, because the cell wall is made up of cellulase, sorry, it's a cellulase, because the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Fungal, chitin, you have to remember this thing, okay? You have to remember which cell wall is made up of which thing. Chitinase. Bacteria, it's a peptidoglycan. Lysozyme. Lysozyme. What about animal cell? They don't have any cell membrane. So what they will do? So we will give for the protein, protease, lipid, lipase, RNA, RNase, okay, starch, amylase. So we can write lipase, amylase, protease, and RNase. You don't have to give DNAs, okay? If you will give the DNAs, the DNA will also degrade, okay? So always remember this thing. For the lipid, it's a lipase. For starch, it's amylase. For proteins, it's protease. And for RNA, it's a RNase. See, now everything is degraded. Everything is degraded. Same thing now. Now, in this, there is only one step because we don't have the cell membrane, luckily. But the rest part, there is second process. Now, the cell membrane is left. So, you have to tell now only cell membrane is left. Now, only cell membrane is left. Now only cell membrane is left. Now we will provide them with all these enzymes. Lipase, amylase, protease, RNase. All the enzymes. Amylase, protease, RNase. Lipase, amylase, protease, RNase. Why we are giving the lipase? Because of the cell membrane is made up of phospholipid. Bilayers. So that's why the lipid, we have to digest the lipid cell wall, the phospholipid. Okay. So now what will happen? After giving them all the enzymes, okay, the first we are talking about the isolation of DNA, okay. This is the process of isolation of DNA. You can write down somewhere it's isolation of DNA and then you can make the diagram. First understand, please, it's very important. Please understand. Now, everything is degraded. Lipids, lipase degraded. Protein, protease is degraded. RNA, RNA is degraded. Starch, amylase, even the cell walls we have degraded on the first step. So now what is left? Now only the naked DNA is left with us, and also the some debris, or the, you can say that's a not clean or purified DNA. Okay, it's not the clean. Okay, which pen I should use? Okay, I should use. Okay, now it's a naked DNA. It's a naked DNA. See here, like this you will get the DNA. But this DNA is not purified DNA. It is having the debris and lot of the waste material, because DNA also have the protein itself. Remember the histone protein? They also have the protein. So when the protein is degrading all the protein, definitely the debris will be, or the waste or the digestive part will be present among the DNA. So now what will happen? How should we purify the DNA? How? See, we have to just make the DNA chill. Okay, just chill, relax. We are not doing anything to you. Okay, just using you as you are a useless in our cell. Okay, because we don't know any use of DNA. Okay, until unless we study you. So just chill. So how we will make anyone chill? Just giving him a chilled ethanol. Okay, just relax. Take the chilled ethanol. See, now we will just give them the chilled ethanol. Everything, chilled ethanol. And the DNA will be purified. The precipitation process will take place. I will show you what is the precipitation. Precipitation process is, see, if this is the oil where the DNA is present, after we fill the DNA with the chilled ethanol, all the debris will sit here. All the waste digestive part will be sit here, and DNA is present here. This is the purified DNA. Purified DNA. This is the debris. Purified DNA. Okay, it's similar for everyone. Everything will be happening like this. The precipitation. Precipitation. Precipitation means sitting down the unwanted materials or unwanted parts, and the DNA is floating over the surface, and the solution is the chilled ethanol. And now, how to extract the DNA? It's another problem. Oil and DNA. We cannot take it from the small finger, right? No, it's a small oil from where the DNA have to take. So what the scientists do? They will take a very thin rod, okay, the glass rod. Usually in the laboratories we use the glass rod, okay, for any of such things. So they will just put the glass rod like this. See, this is the oil, okay, this is the oil. The DNA is floating here. So they will just put the glass rod inside, and they will just do like this, and DNA will stick on the surface of the glass rod. And this is known as the spooling. Means, imagine with the spoon, this is the spoon, you took the DNA out. Spooling. Okay. this process of taking the DNA out with the glass rod, like this, with the glass rod, I will show you the image also, don't worry. The DNA will stuck here, like this. The DNA will get stuck here. And this process is known as the spooling. Where should I write? Okay, I'm writing here. It's a spooling. S-P-O-L-L-I-N-G. Very important from the NEET point of view. What is the spooling? Removal of DNA. Removal of DNA. Removal of DNA is known as the spooling. It's a purified DNA which is removed with the help of the glass rod or any rod you can write. Any doubt till here? Any doubt? Kishore, Vimla, Mehani?
No, ma'am.
Just quickly make the diagram, and heading is the isolation of DNA. Meanwhile, I will search the image of spooling. Quickly make the diagram, rough diagram. Let me know when you finish, then I'll show you the image of this spooling.
Finished, ma'am.
Okay, everyone finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Jaran Kishore finished? Jaran Kishore finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Mark this word, very important, spooling. Many questions, at least one question will come on this spooling and the illusion. We will study what is the illusion, but the spooling is the part of DNA isolation. Isolation of DNA. See, at the end we have isolated the DNA. Now I will show you the exact thing what is happening in this spooling. See here. The image is very clear. The white thing, the thread-like structure is the DNA, which is being extracted out with the help of anything, glass rod or the wooden rod, anything. This is the spooling. They are just taking out the DNA. Let me see if I have any good picture. Okay, I have one more picture. Let me show you that picture. Maybe that thing will be more clear. Just a moment. What is happening? Wait. In this, the debris you are not able to see. I want to show the debris also. See, like here only you see. It's not downloading. See here. See. Are you able to see clear photo?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think so it's clear. Just a moment. Okay, let me take the screenshot. That's the best thing I can do. Okay, yes. Now I'll show you the image. Mhm. Yeah. See now. See, exactly. You can see the yellow part is the debris one. All unwanted thing which is being collected here, like in the image. Below, at the bottom of the test tube. This is the test tube. And the white thing is the DNA. See how clear this image is. The white thing is the DNA, which will be now taken out from the test tube with the process known as the spooling process. Clear this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will read your readers. Okay, everyone? Page number 201. It's important to read the readers. Okay, I know. Okay, so isolation of genetic material. Recall that the nucleic acid is the genetic material of all the organism without the exceptions, because we are not talking about the exceptions here, we are talking about the general thing. In majority of organism, this is the deoxyribonucleic acid, okay? Majority, because the viruses, there are few viruses which are having the RNA, their genetic material. But here, we are in generally in the DNA. In order to cut the DNA with restriction enzymes, it need to be in a pure form. Let's mark this point. Before we use the restriction in the nucleus, the DNA has to be in the pure form. Then only it is useful to use that enzyme. Mark this line. Free from other macromolecules. Okay. Since the DNA is enclosed within the membrane, we have to break the cell to release the DNA. Now, how we will release the DNA? Such as the macromolecules, such as the RNAs, the protein, the polysaccharides, and also the lipids. This can be achieved by treating a bacterial cell or the plant cell or animal tissue with the enzymes. Mark this line. Lysozyme, bacteria, because bacteria have the peptidoglycan cell wall. Cellulase, plant cell having the cellulose cell wall. Chitinase, the fungus. Chitin is the cell wall membrane. Mark this line. You know that genes are located on a long molecule of DNA. Yes, we know this. Intertwined with the proteins such as the histone proteins. Yes, we also know this. The RNA can be removed by the treatment with the ribonuclease. Remember, we are not giving the DNAs. We are giving the RNAs, or you can say the ribonuclease. Is the one and the same thing. RNAs and the ribonucleases. There is, mark this line, RNA can be removed by the ribonuclease. Whereas protein can be removed by the protease. Other molecule can be removed by appropriate treatment, and purified DNA ultimately precipitates out after the addition of chilled ethanol. Mark this. Chilled ethanol. This can be seen as a collection of fine threads in the suspension. You can see the image, but it's not that clear, but still you can see the sticky DNA. See. Please turn the page. Okay. Okay. They have not used the word spooling, but it's better to remember. Maybe I think somewhere in the book they have used this word spooling. Yes, they have used this word. Okay, when we will go through the chapter, we will definitely
Ma'am, it's
find
given
this.
under the
Ma'am,
picture.
it's on.
Where it's given?
Ma'am, figure 11.5.
Yes, see, I know. Yeah, DNA that separates out can be removed by spooling. See, they are making us stupid. And they will give the question on this. Spooling. If the students will learn this part, no spooling is present. Only here the spooling is present. So that's why I'm thinking somewhere it's given spooling. I don't know where it's given the spooling. Maybe I got confused with my graduation, but still. Okay, so now we know what is the spooling and we know the isolation of the whole DNA. Okay, so next is the cutting of DNA at specific location, which we will start in the next class because it's a very lengthy thing. Okay, I will give you a brief introduction, okay? Just a small introduction, 5 minutes, then I'll release you. Small introduction. Just write down the heading restriction endonuclease or separating the DNA fragmentations. Fragmentation. Fragmentation, okay? See, now we have the DNA, whole DNA. We have the whole DNA, but we have to select our gene of interest. Okay. Now the DNA need to be cut because if I know this is my gene of interest, okay, suppose, okay, like this we never know which is our gene of interest. But for you, I am telling you, suppose this is my gene of interest. Then how I will remove this gene of interest? Another problem. For this, the DNA needs to be cut. Yes, we have to cut the DNA, then only we will get our gene of interest. So now the next step is the cutting of DNA. DNA needs to visit the barber shop. DNA cutting. DNA will visit the barber shop for the cutting. And here we use the genetic or the molecular scissor. The barber used the normal scissor, but DNA is little hi-fi. So we are using the molecular or the genetic scissors. Okay, that is the restriction endonuclease, very important. Restriction endonucleases. Just keep this word in your mind forever, for actually forever, okay? So now, before moving to the restriction endonuclease, a little bit of detail about the enzymes, okay? See, we have the enzyme that is known as the nuclease. Quickly note it down, then I will rub this part. Please note this down, and then I will rub this part. I need the board. Gene of interest cutting, genetic molecules here, that is known as the gene of restriction endonuclease. Please note it down. Done? Okay, I will write it
Yes,
down here.
ma'am.
See, we have the enzyme which is known as the nuclease. What is the role of nuclease? It's the cutting or the breaking of the or the digestion of the nucleic acid. Breaking or digestion of nucleic acid. Okay, and what are the nucleic acid? That is the DNA and the RNA. Okay, we have two types of nucleic acid. RNA, and that is the RNase. Is the enzyme? Yes, this is the enzyme for the RNA, and the nucleic acid other is the DNA, and we have the DNase. Okay. Now we have to see a very small part in the DNA. See, the DNA has the two types of things. That is the exonucleases and the endonucleases. Or you can say the nucleases are of two types. To avoid the confusion, we will write the nucleases are of two types. Exonuclease and the endonuclease. These are the two type of the nucleases. So just see this board quickly. This is our DNA. First, we will talk about the exonuclease. Exo means outside. Outside exo. So what this enzyme will do? This enzyme will start removing the nucleotide sequence from the end. This enzyme see, this enzyme will remove the nucleotides from the end of DNA. End of DNA. Always remember, exo means outside or the end of DNA. See, they are removing the nucleotides from the end of the DNA. Exo, end of the DNA. And what is the endonuclease? They will cut or they will break the DNA from anywhere. Here they can break. Here they can break. Here they can break. Here they can cut. Here they can cut. Here they can cut. Endo means inside. Inside the DNA, they will just chop or cut the DNA from anywhere in the between. In between the DNA. Endonuclease means now we can say what is the role of restriction endonuclease? They can cut the DNA in between from anywhere. Okay, remember it's a restriction endonuclease. Restriction endonuclease. Quickly note it down. And the next class I will start from here. I know the things are a little bit confused here. So next class I will start from here. Note it down. Endo means in between or anywhere in between the DNA. Exo means end. It can be this end or it can be that end. Any end. But it will not in between the exo. Endo, they will always cut the DNA in between. In the next class, we will start from here only. Don't worry. I know it's a mess. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you can leave, students. Thank you so much. See you in the
Thank
next.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can leave. Jerome, Kishore, Vimla,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.